Nicole, I say quickly. I know you mentioned this before, but I don't think it's practical. I turn to Jake. Nicole wants to get rid of lots of stock so there's room for yoga mat classes. But we need that stock. So I don't think it's a good idea. Jake cuts across me. Yoga will attract the right crowd. Pilates, yummy mummies, all that. A good idea. I stare at him in horror. I was counting on him to nix it, but we don't have the floor space. How would he nix that? Don't you think he thinks like Pilates is like rich people shit? But also, he's a guy. He's not gonna care. I don't know if you know how people think. Nixie, nix it. Why would he nix it just because he doesn't agree with it particularly strongly? He still agrees with it more than you. At least he's thinking she's trying to innovate this or something like that in her own freakish way. Yummy mummies, man. Like girls do Pilates. Girls don't exercise, so it brings apart the player boys because that's what they want to see. They want to see people doing that kind of shit. We can get rid of some of the displays, Jake says. All those plastic boxes for a start. He shudders. They're fucking depressing. We could sell yoga mats, says Nicole, and yoga blocks. And yoga, she was her hand around as the words are superfluous. Jake, people come to us for food storage. I see desperately. They know we have a good range. I feel like I'm going a bit mad here. Do Jake and Nicole actually know our business? Uncle Ned, what do you think? I say, I can't believe I'm actually appealing to Uncle Ned, but I don't have much choice. I think leisure is a growth area, says Uncle Ned sagely. Yoga is very much of the times. Not that I would know much about it. It was a hearty laugh. What I would add is, if you're going to consider leisure pursuits, then consider fishing. Fishing? Jobs open. What is he on about? There's money to be made in fishing. He eyes us all significantly. Fishing equipment, very popular, on the rise. Just my pennyworth, bruh. I try to sell a business, not actually make. Fishing is like, I don't know. It's a little bit of a different thing to these yoga people and bank person. I don't think they're gonna agree with that. For sure. I'm speechless. Is that Uncle Ned's good business head talking? Fishing chimes in Jacob. I mean, it's the right image. The royal family fish. The royal family. Jake, I say, trying to stay calm. What have the royal family got to do with us? I'm trying to be fucking aspirational. Jake snaps. I'm trying to turn our brand around. Look at Burberry. Look at. Two waiters are approaching our table with plates, and Jake breaks off. He shakes out his napkin, and scowls at me, and I feel my confidence ebbing away. How's your own business going? Uncle Ned asks Jake as the waiters put down our plates. And Jake gives a secretive grin. I'm about to make a killing on manufactured diamonds, earrings, necklaces, all that. It's the next big thing. Manufactured diamonds? Uncle Ned looks impressed. Now that sounds like the future. Oh my god. Please don't suggest that Farr should start stocking diamond jewelry. But I must be strong, I tell myself firmly. I mustn't be unnerved. I must say what I think. So when all the food has been served and wine poured out, I look around the table, screwing up courage to speak. What are you scared of? Just talk. The problem, you don't actually say what you mean, and what the hell are you going to try to complain about? Get your point on there. I think maybe the problem is we're all not all on the same page, I say. It's like we all think farms is a different thing. Maybe we need, I don't know, a mission statement? Yes, says Jake firmly. That's the first sensible thing you've said. I've got some papers, says Nicole. He's treating her like Kaiba. I swear to God. It's funny though. It's like a meme. It's not really being directly insulting, but he's definitely talking shit down to her. I got some papers, says Nicole, hauling a notebook from her bag. With dream, believe, do on the cover. Let's all write down our ideas, and, you know, she hands each of us a torn out page, and Jake summons a waiter. He gets us some pens. What the hell would a waiter have pens for? I don't know. No, says Uncle Ned with a laugh as Nicole tries to pass him one. I'm simply here to facilitate. He spreads potted shrimp on the toast and takes a huge bite. But you go ahead. He adds his mouthful. Very good idea. Very good idea. Something I would do too. Kind of. Not gonna lie. I mean, that's funny. Whatever though. He still should try to do something. I mean, he's eating off these guys. It doesn't matter. There's silence as we all eat and write. Jake finishes in about 30 seconds. Nicole seems to be writing an essay, and I keep crossing out words and starting again. But at last, I'm done, and I look up to see everyone staring at me. Sorry, I say. I just wanted to. I glance anxiously down at my page. It's quite hard, isn't it? No, it's not, says Jake at once. It's easy. It's obvious. Oh, I say, feeling inadequate. Well, it wasn't obvious to me. I mean, I know what I think, but trying to express it. You're not really a writer, says Nicole pityingly. I've always looked great at writing. Well, let's go around the table, says Uncle Ned, like a headmaster at assembly. Fixie, you start. Okay, I say nervously. The mission of ours is to sell sensible products at sensible prices in a community of warmth and helpfulness. I raise my eyes to see Jake peering at me incredulously. Sensible? He echoes. Sensible? It's a bit boring, says Nicole kindly. Bruh. Can't you be boring and actually run the fucking store, though? Like, these guys are just fuck assholes. Like, if Fixie's a douchebag, these guys are actual assholes. I feel so bad for the protagonist. Because her life has actually been made to look like things like obstacles. Because it was such dumb ass fucks. Kind of like, I relate to it in my life. It's not being used. That's a different thing. But it's like more like being crushed and having your dreams stepped on and shit. Yeah. Well, let's just get on with this. They're more like being talked down to like you're a peon of some kind of dumbass piece of shit scheme. Yeah, there you go. That's the one. All right. It's a bit boring, says Nicole kindly. It's fucking mind-numbing, exclaimed Jake. Sensible products, he says mockingly, making a hideous face. I'd like to buy some sensible products, please. How is that sexy? I wasn't trying to be sexy, I say defensively. I was trying to represent our values. Our values. Jake cuts me off. Our values are one, values. He's gonna go in, isn't he? Make money, and two, make money. You want to hear my mission statement? He pauses for effect, then exclaims, power, profit, potential. Oh, no, that's punchy, says Uncle Ned admiringly. Say it again. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with these guys? Like, they have no like compass. You know what I mean? In that sense, like as a person, like they're just cunts. It's not moral compass, just direction. They're very, very fucking. They don't have a diction. They just fucking talk. They spew diarrhea out of them. Whatever. Power, profit, potential. Repeats Jake, looking delighted with himself. Says what it needs to say. I don't agree, says Nicole, shaking her head. It's not all about power and profit. It's about atmosphere. Exactly, I say in relief, but you're actually not agreeing with her because you don't know exactly what she's insinuating here. She's gonna go in on a fucking yogi, misty fucking hazy-eyed fucking dream landscape. All right, here we go. Let's see what she's gonna say. Because maybe she doesn't agree with the money part, but she definitely doesn't agree with you being a chill person and like knowing. I mean, not chill, but calm person and knowing what you're doing. Like yogis are about like being serene, not calm. They overdo it. You gotta realize this. Exactly, I say in relief. It's about vibe, carries on Nicole. It's about who are we? Vibe. I'm fucking done. You need to sell though. Vibes won't sell things by themselves. You know what I mean? I'll read you what I wrote, shall I? She lifts up her page and clears her throat. Welcome to Forest, your gateway to serenity. I knew she would write serene in some way, or shape or form, and I actually got it right. Or maybe I read the page by accident subconsciously. But as you walk through our portals, what the fuck? Your shoulders drop, you feel yourself relax. You're on a journey, but where? Look around, see the possibilities, see a new you, see the dreams that you can achieve. Don't sell yourself short, but know that you can be that person. Oh my god, those motivational motherfucking workout gurus, bro. That's what they do. They're like, you can be that person, but you're not yet. But if you buy my fucking membership for $99.99 per month, you'll be Superman. The next, no, decade or so. Like, the fuck? Find out how we turn this 181-pound man into a 180-pound man in just 5 years. 5 decades. 5 decades. There you go. What the fuck? I don't know. 10 years? Whatever. Who cares? Century. Scam as fuck. She's speaking with more and more emphasis. You can have it all. You can find peace. With the help of Fars, she makes it sound like it's a mountain yoga company where they're fucking like stretching and spelling the fountain air. Like Poland Spring, but as a fucking yoga commercial. With the help of Fars, you can break those barriers and climb those mountains so near, so far. Oh my gosh. That's supposed to be sarcastically, whimsically, cringily creative. Oh my gosh. So there's silence, broken by Jake giving a sudden start of laughter. Oh, sorry, Nicole, he says, but that is gibberish. It's not gibberish, says Nicole hotly. It's inspirational. What do you think, Fixie? I think it's got a really good message, I say carefully. Oh, wait. Is it a mission statement? It sounds more like, the brochure to spa. Damn, you went in on it there. Like, why, damn, bro, calm the fuck down. But yeah, you're so narrow, says Nicole, eyeing me up with disapproval, both of you. That's your trouble. You have such tricky personality types. True, true, true. But what are you, Nicole? You play dumb sometimes, don't you? So don't play dumb with them. One of your brothers, they know you more than yeah, tricky. So what? They're not gonna be fucking night saints. You wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if you're an adder. She says to Jake. What does that even mean? Like he's an addy or some shit. And that's not good, by the way. Wow, bro. She really said that to your own brother? You don't know your brother, but you talking shit to someone. Reminds me, my sister used to talk shit about me. She didn't even know me as a person. Whatever. Bring it on, says Jake unrepentantly. He hisses at her across the table, and I can't help smiling. That's one of my other ideas, adds Nicole, looking offended. I want Pete to profile everyone in the company. Then we can use people's skills better. Well, that's weird, but people aren't really reliable for the most part. It'll add real value, and I want to major on Instagram. What is that? Oh my gosh, she adds. We don't do enough. Yeah, you might, but not the rest of us. Okay, that makes sense, says Jake with grudging approval. Yes, I say, relieved to find the point of agreement at last. We could do far more with baking tips. We could do photos of customers' cakes. We share photos of customers' cakes. Always with the bloody homespun, aren't you, Fix? Oh, man. Says Jake impatiently. Instagram isn't about a few old ladle laddies Swiss rolls. It is, I say. It's about community and connection. What do you think, Nick? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh man. It is, I say. It's about community and connection. What do you think, Nicole? I lean toward Nicole, trying to engage her, but her eyes are absent. Oh, duh. She gets to the point where she gets absent, and you and Jake start arguing. Remember, this is where it goes. And then we need a face of ours, she says. It was you mentioning Burberry that made me think of it, Jake. Remember when Emma Watson was the face of Burberry? She was everywhere. Burberry, echoes Jake with a loving sigh. Awesome brand. And the face of Far should definitely be me, Nicole adds, because I have been a model. She looks around as though daring any one of us to point out that she simply ever did one shoot with a local paper. We could take photos of me in store, in fact. I'm happy to take over social media. That could be my area. Well, duh. Simple for dummy. Dummy. Can't even do others. Yeah. I'll focus on partnerships. Jake chimes in at once. Build up connections with some aspirational names. He drains his glass and looks around. Shall we get some more wine? And you, Fixie, says Uncle Ned. What do you focus on? I stare at him. Commerce and economics? Maybe. Who knows what she'll say. I stare at him, thoughts swirling furiously. Uh, Facts and figures, maybe a little bit. Let me just, yeah. She has social clients and selling to. I mean, stocking the clients or whatever. Supplies, yeah. Who knows? But yeah, let's just. I stare at him. The results, I guess. I stare at him. Thoughts swirling furiously around my head. I want to say, none of you get it. You don't understand what FARS is. Yeah, their mom does, but they don't care about them. Or their dad. Well, he's dead. But who will listen to me? No one except mom. And I'm not fixing her, bothering her with this. I'm not. Fixie, you're so good in store, says Nicole kindly. But they want to shaft her ass, basically. You know what I mean? Like, you do all the heavy lifting in the store and take care of the fox shit in the backyard while we go on Instagram and we sell to famous people so that when we shaft you, you know, you get to keep the fucking gay ass store with fox shit in it. And then it'll be overrun by plagues of rats and bubonic plague and you'll be dead. And I mean, basically, they want to one up her in life, in the staff, in the pecking, like just have her grief the whole store, and yet they're not going to help her with that. They're going to focus on one thing, but they're not going to like invest in time into her, and they're going to come in late. You know, do as they will, as they will. But yeah, Fixie, you're so good in store, says Nicole kindly. You're great with customers. You should focus on like sales and stock and running the staff and all that. Yeah, all that, all four of that shit, but you guys only do one or two things. Like the fuck. Whatever though. At most three, but Fixie's getting the lion's share of the fucking stuff. And with her mom not there, it's not gonna be easier. Or her dad. It wasn't that simple to begin with. She already had a fucking employee who wasn't doing he was drinking Coca Cola, leaving it on the shelf. Like the fuck? You think it's gonna be that easy for her? And with them only coming to fucking, bothering, like the fuck, leave her alone then. This reminds me of my siblings that would go yell at me. They fucking complain, but they're not like invested in what I'm doing here. So they're not like caring about the outcome. They just care about the results. You know what I mean? Whatever. Okay, I say, okay, but listen, why don't you two come into the shop? Actually, come in and see the customers and, remind yourselves of what it's like. Yeah, says Jake thoughtfully. That's not a bad idea. What about tomorrow morning, first thing? They act like it's a one time thing. This is a whole lifestyle. This is investing in the future of your fucking brand company. They don't give a fuck. They're brain dead as shit. Like she's complaining, and they're just like containing the actual argument. You know what I mean? It's like bullshit. Like, shut up, bro. Get in the store, check the cash register, see the investments portfolio bank shit, and actually get shit run down into the ground. Nah, you don't want to get that. You want to get that thing done. You know what I mean? They're just like whatever. They don't care about what it's like. They're like whatever, man. Rude customers. They don't. What they don't see is that they're just like the customers. You know what I mean? Whatever. You have to actually think things out because if not, they won't buy the pumpkin spice candles in your store, right? Like they're like scheduling it. I could do that. Nicole, I could do that. Nicole nods. You see, it's like a joke to them. They're like, okay, sure, why not? I'll be there. Maybe though, if I wake up there. The only thing is, Bob's coming in for a meeting. I say, consulting my phone. All right, maybe you shouldn't have done it that day, but maybe you did it intentionally on purpose. Who cares though? Uncle Ned though, who knows what's going on here? All right, Bob is a rock. He runs all of the payroll, collates sales figures, discusses big financial decisions with Mom, deals with the accountant, and basically helps with everything to do with money. You're kind of planning an intervention with them, aren't you? Their partnership works well for Mom. Because when she's being asked to spend money she doesn't want to, she says, that's a good idea, but I'll have to ask Bob. And everyone knows that Bob is as adventurous as a pair of elasticated beige trousers, which also happens to be what he wears. All the better, says Jake. I haven't talked to old Bob for ages. It'll be useful to touch base with him. Useful, like to touch base, like they're not obstacles, you dumb pleb. They're people with investment value that you have to marketeer to your liking. I mean, well space and shit. You have to like make a conjunction with them so you can investigate your integration with them and make bank off the right poles that you need to pick out in the sense of things, right? All right, let's just go. Great, I say eagerly. I'll text the staff to come in early. Early? Oh no, they're gonna find a problem, aren't they? Early? Well, we'll see though. It doesn't matter. I'll pop along too, says Uncle Ned. Don't want to neglect my duties. Bruh, he wants to eat more shrimp with toast. Whatever, who gives a shit? Perfect, I say. I can't wait. Yeah, keep lying about that, huh? I pick up my spoon and return to my soup. See, it's kind of like tense. Not. It's ironic per se. It's like, you know, consciously conceited. It's like, what the fuck? I pick up my spoon and return to my soup, trying to feel optimistic. Once Jake and Nicole really look at the shop, really remember it, really think about it. Yeah, you're thinking of the soup. You're like sipping on it. You're like, I'm not sure what to do here. Like, could go right or wrong. You have to make sure you don't have the soup too hot and slurp it the right way. Surely they'll understand. After all, we're siblings, we're farms, we're family. It doesn't make you blood thicker than water, though. Siblings can betray you just like anyone else. Cunts. Next morning, just because you're siblings doesn't mean you're immune to each other's hits. A sibling can hurt you and kill you. Alright, now, the next morning, I get to the shop extra early. And also, since it can't hurt you, they definitely will try to investigate and figure out other ways to undermine your lifestyle. Remember, no one is safe in this world. Yeah, better pick this one. Throw him to the bed. Alright, back. My pillow here. So I can use it as a backboard for my phone. Just in my position. The next morning, I get to the shop extra early. I hurry around, wiping surfaces, adjusting displays, and smoothing tea towels. I feel like a nervous parent, exactly. Proud and protective all at once. I want Jake and Nicole to feel the way I do about farms. I want them to get it. I pause by the wipe, clean oilcloths and stroke them fondly. They've been such a winner. We've already reordered 3 times. They're all in cool Scandi prints, which our customers love. As I'm standing there, admiring the designs, I remember the night Mom and I sat with the catalog, choosing them. We both knew they'd sell. We knew. Morning, Fixie. Stacy's nasal voice greets me as I swing around. I need to talk to Stacy quickly before anyone arrives. What's the big deal? She adds sulkily, sweeping her. Bleached blonde hair back with silver painted nails. Why did we have to come in early? My brother and sister are coming in, I say. Yeah, that's since they don't come for their own time. They come when they need it early, whatever. They don't come in, and so you have to make sure that you get to talk with them, right? In a sense, it pisses me off. They want their time over yours and shit, They don't ever say it out loud. But of course, there's an extra $20 missing out of nowhere, and every month and shit. Like, so and so, it went to expenses and shit some way somehow. But they never refill the gas tank. It's always 20 missing for no reason, but there's never 20 added for no reason. You know what I mean? It's kind of in that sense of greed and shit. What you can get away with and shit. That you love them and shit. And sure, it's nice, but you have to investigate and think about yourself eventually. It's not that way you can play the game with losing battles and shit. Sure, you need to make to create, right? But you also don't want to get robbed and fleeced at the same time because, they're like, it's content, it's a two-way street. But at the end of the day, is it really though? Am I getting paid the same? Am I actually getting paid at all? Am I getting paid to actually get paid, or am I getting paid to look at you? Because if I'm getting paid to look at you, I can look at someone else. It's not about looking at you and getting paid. It's about getting paid, getting laid, and then not getting played. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want my cake and eat it too, but I don't want to get fucking preyed upon by some fucking freak with an agenda out to get me. Yeah? Alright. My brother and sister are coming in. I say, we wanted to have a quick meeting before we open. There's another thing I need to talk to you about first, a sensitive matter. What, says Stacy all discouragingly. Can I get a coffee? No, this won't take long. I beckon her aside, even though there's no one else in the shop, and I lower my voice. Stacy, you mustn't give sex tips to customers. I don't, says Stacy seamlessly. I breathe out and remind myself that Stacy's basic default position is denial. I once said, Stacy, you can't leave now, and she said I wasn't, even though she was halfway through the door with her coat on. Yeah, I know, people like that. They piss me off. You do, I say patiently. I heard you with that girl yesterday afternoon talking about. I lower my voice still further. Clips? Clamps? Oh, that. Stacy rolls her eyes dismissively. That just came up in conversation. In conversation? I stare at her. What kind of conversation? I was explaining the product. She says, unperturbed. Like we're supposed to. Those clips are for sealing plastic bags. I hiss. They're not for kitchen use, not for. And it sounds. I'm not finishing that sentence. Not out loud. Nipples, says Stacy. Oh gosh. And in England with the prudes, imagine the difference in the extroverts like this one. Fuck, dude, it's gonna get weird, isn't it? Why is she employed there with you if you have nothing in common? Who hired this? Sure, I pat my hands at her. You think everyone who buys those clips is using them on plastic bags? Well, but why would you say that out loud? It's like people don't use plastic bags as condoms or wrappers of fucking chocolate candy bars. But guess what? I mean, I don't know. Do you really think that's their purpose, though? She says passionately, chewing her gum, and my mind ranges swiftly over our customers. Chewing gum. Some people buy gum to chew on it, some for the flavor, some to blow bubbles, some to stick it in something else as a glue. You don't know what they're going to use it for, but don't make it weird, right? Like, what the? Whatever, though. 95%, yes, I say firmly. 50%, if that, she counters. Bro, all right, whoa, shit got weird, you're going to call her out, though. I mean, it's going to get that way, kind of, it's a cat fight right here. Like, girls are like that. You confront them, they're going to get mad. They're going to go to court about it, Not submissive now. I'm like, they were never like that, but, like, men aren't really forward like that. Girls are emotionally invested. If you let them get to say what they want to actually say in their mind, they are definitely going to say it. And I'm like that too, but guys who have actually been conditioned to this kind of lifestyle, most guys are more chill because they don't have to worry about it. Conflicts, they know that conflicts get resolved with fists. You know what I mean? Because that's how men take out their enemies. But with girls, they actually have to talk things out, even to guys, which makes them, more perceptive of the world around them. Also, guys don't really have time to talk things out. They're more aggressive in that way, physically. Girls more verbally, emotionally. That's why girls' friends are hard to find for me. I'm not really an emotionally aggressive person. I'd rather be physically aggressive, unfortunately, but that turns girls off because they're scared of physical, aggressive men. So whatever, sure, fine by me. All right, 50%, if that, and also intuitive men, like men that are also emotional or too emotional and not aggressive enough. You know what I mean? They want that guy who's a robot for them. Basically, you got to be careful with the girls. You're not gonna find them unicorns. That's what they call them, that right? Or like good girls that are good for you. Like, not unicorns per se, but they're good eye. But still, I mean, you guys want a unicorn. They don't want a good girl. They want better than a good girl. They want a unicorn, but you're not gonna find that you're settling for a good girl. Whatever. Good in terms of quotations or whatever. But this is debatable. The 95% to 50% argument. You see, 95% would be a unicorn. 50% would be a decent girl that you're taking a chance on, right? 75%, whatever. You're not going to go into like lower ranges, but to be honest, this girl is pessimistic and maybe Fixie's optimistic. Who knows? I mean, Fixie's being pessimistic. Who knows? Maybe she's trying to be clean. The other one's not. Here we go, then. This is the argument right now. It's going to go in. 50% of that, she counters. What about the spatula? She eyes me meaningfully. Do you think every spatula purchase is an innocent spatula purchase? Yeah, I know what they're used for. Bang, bang, bang. Slap that ass. Bang, bang, bang. Bro. I'm not going to say it. And killing flies, maybe. I gaze at her, my mind boggling. What on earth is going through Stacy's head every time she rings up a sale? Hey, don't ask Stacy or me. Life is like that, bro. People got weird creative uses for things you never thought of, you know? Like, you don't want to know what people use cucumbers for. All right. Look, Stacy, I say at last. You can imagine what you like, but you can't discuss any of this with customers. This is where people call you schizophrenic for imagining things. Well, it's not imagination as much as it is insinuating, making an educated guess based on the person and what they're about to do with things. Like, you give a migrant worker a knife, he's gonna cut down plants and leaves and berries and trees. You give a robbing thief a knife, he's gonna use it to cut, stab, kill, or maim. It's different. You know what I mean? It is what it is. All right. Look, Stacy, I say less. You can imagine what you like, but you can't discuss any of this with customers. It's totally inappropriate. Well, who said she was? Did she? Fine. She rolls her eyes again. True, though. Yes. As though making a huge concession. But yeah, it's like, you got caught. But concession, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's where I and Stacy are different. I don't go and say, fine. Like, concession, like, I can't gossip now. Like, no, I'm just like, all right, my bad. I put on a line and have to shut the fuck up for all the rest of my life. It's true though, because it's not right. You can't be saying shit like that. And you don't want to get pointed out in your job and workplace and get called out for some shit that you didn't want to get shenanigans into. Right? You're lower down sales, like with Ronaldo and Coca-Cola. He's like, Coca-Cola, let's drink water. He's not directly saying Coca-Cola is trash, but he's definitely not improving its stock. Water is gonna not rise, but Coca-Cola is definitely not going to be good and look good after that. And Ronaldo's going to get pissed on from them. But, they're going to be mad, basically. All right. Fine, she says again. Rolls her eyes again. As though making a huge concession. I sold 2 Dysons yesterday. She adds, one for a mom, one for her daughter. Yeah, this is negative self-improvement guilt shit that I would do sometimes too. But it's like, damn, you have to really like not get into that frame of mind. But here we go. Talk to them into it. You see, you talk them into it. You gossip them into it. Or whatever. Let's not get into that. All right. Let's leave it be. All right. The mom's recently moved house, divorced. She's coming back to kit out her whole kitchen. She talks too much about the customers' lives. Holy shit. The thing with Stacy, the minute you're thinking she's gone too far, she pulls a rabbit out of the head. Yeah, she's like, the fuck what you need to know about their family's divorce and shit? What the hell is that about? No, it's weirdly awkward. It's like Gossip Girls and girls that are my exes. This is what they're like. They're like, we talked about their lives. Thanksgiving. Oh, they had a fucking headless corpse pop out of the Thanksgiving turkey with a skeleton. It's not Halloween anymore, you crazy fuck! Right, enough. Well, that's great, I say. Brilliant work. I can hear a commotion behind me and turn to see Uncle Ned, Greg, Jake, and Nicole, all arriving together. Nicole is talking to Greg intently about something as he gazes at her, love struck. Greg's always had a bit of a thing for Nicole. Meanwhile, Uncle Ned, well, looks can be deceiving. The eyes and the beauty of the beholder, though. All right. Let me just get my curtain back up, Val. Oh. Also need a better angle, by the way. Oh. Whew. Meanwhile, Uncle Ned is peering around as though he's never been here before. To be fair, it's been a while. Welcome to Fars, Uncle Ned, I say. Do you know Stacy and Greg? Ah, yes, says Uncle Ned as he looks around. Very good, very good. I was wondering if we could turn the temperature up. Holy shit. Holy guacamole. Wait. This bed is really bouncy and I can't find a good spot to land in. Alright. Gucci. Holy whoa. Nicole is saying earnestly to Greg, "Men can do hot yoga." My gosh, bro. Nicole is like Stacy, except without the fucking brain cells. Actually, be weird creep about it. I mean, she's insinuating creepier things, but Nicole's weird. Whatever though. Hot. Yeah. Greg gulps. His gaze fixed adoringly on Nicole. Hot sounds good. What's that? I say, suddenly noticing the wheelie case that Nicole is dragging. Makeup for the Instagram shoot. She says next time I'll hire a makeup artist. A makeup artist? I'm gonna reply when Uncle Ned taps me on the arm. I'll fix you, he says, gesturing at the leisure section. This is where you can introduce a shishing department. Rods, nets, waiters. Damn, I feel bad for her because she's getting like talked around. Like they're like literally like complaining against her, maybe altogether at this point. And she sounds like she's tripping out, imagining things. And they're trying to like bewilder her per se, like a lion and a hyena and getting his kill, and a hyena surrounding around him, pestering him and shit like that. Whatever. Maybe I say diplomatically. Jesus, this place, says Jake, coming toward us. A scowl on his face. It gets more low rent every time I see it. What's that? He lifts the packet and peers at it disparagingly. Muslins for making jams and jellies, I tell him. Jams and jellies? He echoes in tones of utmost scorn. Who the hell makes jams and jellies? True, I do the same thing. I don't like those either, though. But I'm not impartial to them. I'm not, like, against them. I could eat, like, spaghetti. I mean, not spaghetti, what am I saying? PB&J. Peanut butter and jelly. Not spaghetti and jelly. Fucking idiot. Whatever. Our customers do. It's a really popular hobby. So is everyone here? Jay cuts me off. When I'm listening. I mean, it's pretty boring though. I mean, jams and jellies. The community and what's this shit called? I forget the other one. Actually, whatever though. All the stuff because I think we should have a word. I'm Marag, whom he's practicing for his rich clients and shit, but I wave as Marag comes through the door. Who are these characters? Okay, we're all here, I say to Jake. At least everyone who works today. Christine's on the other shift, and whatever, says Jake impatiently. Let's begin, right? He raises his voice. Gather around, people. As you know, my siblings and I are running the show while my mother's away, and we want change. Wholesale change. What the fuck? Your mother's away for a trip, not a fucking year, a month at most. Calm the fuck down. You're not trying to make changes, dumb shit. Wholesale change. He thumps a fist. It's like fucking Lord of the Island of the Flies. Lord, yeah, they're like fucking self-governing and shit. Like into his palm and goes into his. He thumps a fist into his palm, and I see Stacy's eyes widen. This place needs a boot up the backside. We want upselling. We want cross-selling. We want profiteering. I heard him out to protest. Does he actually know what profiteering means? First, talking to Rally always gets the tally, right? But Jake's on a roll. He print a speech for this. This is a game changer, guys. He's saying this is where the rubber hits the road. You want to turn this place into a must-have, high-end, desirable store where tastemakers come, but not jelly and what's it called? Jam tastemakers. It's called. Sorry. Where the beautiful people hang out. All right, man, calm the fuck down. This guy, bro. The Abercrombie and Fitch of lifestyle stores, and that's the image I want you all to project. Stylish, hip, sexy. You don't take any advice from Ryan, do you? You don't make it sound that way, that's for sure. You sound like a fucking fat guy. That fat guy from Big Time Rush. No offense to him, but goddamn, it's fucking hilarious. Sexy, says Meringue, looking alarmed. Yes, sexy, snaps Jake. On trend, modern, with it. I can see his eyes ranging over the assembled staff with increasing dissatisfaction. Yeah, you know, he's a fucking asshole. He's looking at them like, hey, why aren't you in shape, buckeye? Greg is gazing gloriously at Nicole with his bulgy gray eyes. Yeah, it's like my bro. I tell him to work out. I'm not gonna disapprovingly stare at him like, oh, what the fuck? That's just like, all right, dude. All right, now. Stacy is leaning against the display chewing gum. Meringue is still bundled up in her sensible padded coat. What is this, The Office or some shit? fucking what's her name again? Willis or some shit? Phyllis, there you go. She's leaning against a display of chewing gum. Moranga's still bundled up in her sensible padded coat. Her gray hair rumpled from the breeze. Her fucking employees are like 50 years old or some shit. God, man. To be fair, you wouldn't walk into a store and think, wow, what a hip and sexy staff. Well, maybe they could help them groom themselves better a little bit, like to try at least. Kind of like me. I look like shit, but at least I actually try to cut my hair the right way. I mean, I don't try at home, but yeah, it's because I'm home. Well, who the fuck am I going to impress here in the fucking attic? Oh, I'm really taking Instagram pics here. Yeah, I'm going out for a... Like, my sister at the beach would model, like, with her waist and, like, look pretty for the cam, but that's the beach. You're in front of, like, social media pictures, vlogs, and shit. You're not, like, in the attic, you're not showing off. If anything, you're working out the sweat you built inside of you. It looks disgusting, for the most part, if you're not that good-lookingly, appealingly wholesome. Like, working out is different for different people, but you're not going to show off in an attic where you might be infested by plagues and diseases like mice and termites and ants. You're not going to be, like, in a good mood with the bad, dusty air in your lungs. You're not going to be smiling for a portrait in bad lighting, is what I mean. Whatever, though. My turn. Let me say something now. Nicole gives Jake a little shove, and he scowls, but lets her take the floor. I'm excited because Nicole, who's excited? I mean, sister, he gets away with it. She like, whatever. Care less about her. She's not a threat to him, you know? And he's like, whatever. This girl's like, I'm going to say stuff, but I don't really like think about what she says either way. Right? I'm excited. Nicole begins. Who's excited? And there's a baffled silence. Then Greg says, me, in a throaty voice. And Nicole beams at him. There's so many possibilities here. The sky's the limit. Are you all maximizing your potential? No offense to Jaden Smith, but this is what John Mayer actually steps up and provides the content. Jaden Smith just says random quotes. Reminds you of old friends I used to have on Facebook. Well, they didn't say random quotes, but they said random things that got likes for whatever reason. Who knows? Maybe they're just normies that way. I don't know how that works. But yeah, Nicole is definitely one of those Starbucks girls who just says stuff and people will like it because she's like getting oogled on like Greg or some shit. Hot yoga, bro. Come on, man. The pretty privilege is real, though. Yeah. I mean, if only the people that were Nicole had the brain and the people who weren't Nicole didn't have the brain, then the company would be fine. Uncle Ned would be Uncle Ned. Is he even part of the story like that? Or is he just a fucking guide ghost or some shit? Whatever. There's so many possibilities here. The sky's the limit. But are you all maximizing your potential? She eyes Morag, who shuffles backward nervously. Yeah, it's pressured. Like, why the fuck? Stop that shit, bro. I want to help you. I don't help with that. Stop it. Get some help. No one wants your help, though. With the use of specialized physiological, psychological profiling and teamwork, let's use your personal qualities. Let's achieve more. Yeah, losers on this side, winners on this side. Bitch. All right, excited. It's like me when I tried for the volleyball team and they put me in the beginner section, even though it was better than like 75% of their players. They're funny. Well, you got, or maybe even 85%, like 80%. Like, bro, none of them were even up to like fastest runner in the class. Can't get in the top volleyball though. Well, then why the fuck would I even go if I'm an athlete? Why waste my time on a class that won't even give me any time of the day? A gifted athlete getting put in beginner's section. Why can't they even teach me to be good at something? Nope, no faith. They want someone who's an athlete, but also a robot. If you're not a robot, don't even stand in line. That's why I don't even try and shit. I don't even groom myself. Why would I? I'm exceptional, but why would they fucking stand in line for nothing at all? It makes no sense to me, that's for sure. All right, though. How long is this fucking chat? It's fucking longer. Let's keep going. Letting our imaginations lead us. She makes a broad, sweeping gesture, nearly knocking a jug off the shelf behind her. Let's use Instagram. Let's use mindfulness. Let's make change. Let's climb that mountain because we can do it together. She breaks off into an even more Baffled silence. I can see Stacy mouthing, "What the fuck to Greg?" And I should reprimand her, I suppose. But the truth is, I feel exactly the same. What is my sister on about? Right, I say as it becomes clear to Nicole. Nicole finished. Well, thanks, Nicole, for that inspiration. I think that's it for speeches, I add. But basically, we're looking at how to improve the store. So, any ideas you have, please share them. Thank you. Wait, comes Uncle Ned's voice as the staff begins to disperse. I may be an old buffer. He laughs self consciously. But I have been asked to keep an eye on this outfit, and I have learned a few tricks along the way. He gives another stagey chuckle. Absolutely, Uncle Ned, I say politely. Please go ahead. For those of you who don't know Uncle Ned, I add, he was Dad's brother and has a lot of experience in business. Uncle Ned, what are your ideas? Well, I must echo Jake. It's all about appearance. Appearance, do you see? Uncle Ned, like, what? You don't even like him. Why do you want him to get on stage? He wags a roguish finger. Is this like an anime meme? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna teach you economics, baby. My first, Tony Montana, I'm gonna drive my limousine. I mean, lowrider and teach you economics. My first impression is this: you girls should be wearing more attractive costumes. Oh my fucking gosh! You did not say that shit out loud. Even I know not to write that in the fucking sentences of a book. Oh shit! Here we go again. A pretty blouse and heels. That's what customers want. Why not just smile and wave, baby? Well, that's what he's gonna say. Something insinuating that shit. A pretty blouse and heels. That's what customers want. Let's see more lipstick. Perfume. Let's see some flirting with the customers. What the fuck? Oh, no. And that girl said, "What the fuck?" before. Imagine her freaking reaction now. Here we go, though. He's like fucking 70 years old talking about girls, talking flirty with the guys. Like, yeah, bro, this not. My face feels paralyzed. He's saying this to the staff aloud. Woo! Wait, I think there's no employee customers. Sorry, I guess. Finally finding my voice. Let me clarify what my uncle was saying to avoid any misinterpretation. By heels, he meant any heel appropriate for your general foot health, bruh. And by lipstick, he meant lipstick is optional for employees. Yeah. But not clear lipstick, though. Make your lips more plump. Oh. I'm gagging on my own laugh, bruh. What is this book? Who wrote it, and why is it all an amalgamation of weird sexist quotes? And also nuances that make no sense in the tangible atmosphere of lifestyles. Alright. It's troll as fuck, man. Like, publishing this? It's like a conglomerate of yeah. It's a compilation, if you will. Male or female, I add hurriedly. And by flirting with the customers, he meant cordial relations with customers are advised. Hey, a smile and a wave, baby. A wink, maybe too. Little kiss at the end of it. Thank you. I nailed it. All right, enough.